Hi there. I thought I'd take the opportunity to just show you a few of the vinyl LPs I've managed to find at various car boot sales and charity shops in West Yorkshire. Just to show that the bargains are still out there if you get up early enough and if you look hard enough, because I found some nice LPs lately and I thought you might be interested to see them. The first one is a bit of a hard rock classic from the 1970s. This is an album by Deep Purple, Machine Head. I think that's their best album by a long way. It's a mint condition one and it cost me £1. This next one is a bit of a curious record. It's by a guy called Judge Dredd, who had a lot of records in the 70s banned by the BBC because they were not obscene but pretty rude for the time. And the LP here, Bedtime Stories, is a bit like that as well, though the reggae on it is very authentic and it's very well done, and he's highly thought of in that sort of circle. So not a bad record. Again, it was only £1. This one is a classic record from the 70s, I think, by Randy Newman, Good Old Boys. Again, I think that's his best album. It's just a brilliant record, some superb songs on it, and it cost me £1.50. Here's one that's a bit of an obscurity. It's by a trio called Magna Carta. Don't know if anybody remembers them. They were going in the early 70s, and they made several albums. This is a collection, a double album, which features their best stuff, and it's very nice. It still stands up. It's very melodic, nice acoustic stuff, beautiful condition. £2.50 in a charity shop. This next one just cost me £1, and it's amazing really, because it's a brilliant album by the Beach Boys, Pet Sounds. They're a fantastic record from the mid-60s. It's not the original, it's a reissue, but it is in mint condition, which is important to me, because I'm worried about ruining my stylus on anything that's not in great condition. Next one is an album by Creedence Clearwater Revival. Willie and the Poor Boys is not their best known record, but it's got some great tracks on it. It cost me £2 in a car boot, which is about the maximum I normally pay for an album in a car boot, but I was pleased to get it. Now these next two I did pay a little bit more for than usual, but they are very good albums, double albums from the 70s. This first one is John Lennon's Sometime in New York City, a very political record for Lennon. He was very much into revolution and protest at the time, and every track virtually reflects that. It's a fascinating sleeve, nice gatefold with plenty of pics of Lennon and the band, but the whole sleeve is mocked up like a newspaper, a broadsheet newspaper, the New York Times maybe. Sometime in New York City. And then a classic album from a little bit earlier by the Stones, Rolling Stones, Exile on Main Street. What an album. The best ever, I reckon. Great gatefold, and it's in beautiful condition again. So pleased to get that. It cost me £7, which I think is a bargain. I've seen it 4 or 5 times that price easily. Doesn't have the postcards that came with it originally. I think there was a series of postcards that were perforated together, and never see them now. It's like the poster in the White Album or the pictures in the White Album. You never see those. They have always been stuck on bedroom walls and ripped up and forgotten about. So it'd be nice to see those in another one, maybe buy them just to complete it. Another double album. Again from the 70s, you can tell where my tastes lie. Deep Purple, made in Japan, Classic double album, all the hits on it. Great gatefold sleeve. Very striking. Such a pleasure to hold, really, now. A great sound, Deep Purple. Next one is, I think, my biggest bargain of the lot. See what you think of this. This cost me £1. Journey Through the Past. Neil Young. Not one of his best known records. It's a double, and it's a beautiful sleeve, as you can see. These are the inner liners of the record, and they form the title. It's just from the days when elaborate sleeves were the order of the day. It's a strange record for Neil Young. It's got some old Buffalo Springfield tracks on there, some live tracks. It's a fantastic live version of Southern Man on it, and some curious stuff. It really is a weird soundtrack recording from a film he made called Journey Through the Past. Has anybody ever seen that film? I certainly haven't. It's never